Growing Great Learners is a unique preschool program in the agricultural community of Royal City, Washington. The preschool was created as a joint venture involving Educational Service District 105, the Royal School District, and Cliff Plath of Washington Fruit and Produce.
Oh, yeah. Can you see me? Hi.
The majority of children going into Royal School District did not have a formal preschool experience. They were in child care homes.
The state does not provide money for preschool. Our community is rural. Our school district has 100% free and reduced, so our poverty rate is quite high.
These kids are, first of all, they're at-risk students. When we tested them, they do not know their alphabet, they do not know the colors, and so those are the things that we work on when they're here. Royal has, our population is 86% Hispanic.
And so we knew that when our kindergartners came in, that there was some gaps. So they were starting education with some pretty big hurdles.
There was not much of a program available for preschool students in the area. There was some Head Start and some ECAP preschool going on, but it seemed to me there was a lack of a master plan for the preschool for the area.
Cliff was interested in supporting, he had some families that he was working with that worked for him and Washington Fruit that were, he overheard them talking a lot about the fact that they didn't always have resources when it came to early childhood, child care providers, high quality early learning environments.
We spend a lot of time up there and they're growing a lot of apples in the area and saw the need. It seems to us that the very rural areas get less attention from governmental programs than in more urban settings.
At that time, the superintendent at ESD was Jane Gooding, and she contacted me and she said that she had a grower that had some orchards in Royal that would possibly want to fund a preschool program for us. So we met with Cliff Plath and we talked about what our needs were and what he was willing to do.
Interestingly enough, the school district was concerned with the same problem, and there were some passionate people there that helped us get it together.
When the children first came in, they had no academic skills. They didn't know how to count. They didn't know their ABCs, cutting, social.
And I just saw these kids out in these rural areas didn't stand a chance of making it if they didn't get started early enough. And maybe we could help through the K through 12 program to try to improve the lives and the education of the kids, the children of our workers.
Washington Fruit is funding this 100%. That means the buses, the food, the employees, the books, the chairs, everything.
We kind of went around the community seeing if there was a possible place for our preschool. And we came to the Methodist Church, and they were really thrilled to have a preschool program.
It's 2 full days for 2 groups.
And they get breakfast and lunch. Then we have circle time. We have learning center time, where it would be a mix of handwriting, math, housekeeping, blocks, science, art. So we have those, and I rotate the kids every 15 minutes. And then we have small groups also, where we do intensified teaching with math, handwriting, language, and phonemic awareness. So we did a very structured program so that they count to 20. They know their ABCs and a lot of their sounds. They know how to be quiet on the carpet, line up, skills that they need for kindergarten.
ESD 105 in Yakima, Washington They are involved in bringing an early childhood person from their organization who has helped us with curriculum and with just program setup.
We've done creative curriculum trainings, we've done early childhood letters trainings.
We also work closely with the Washington State Migrant Council, and they have preschool age students and different programs here in Royal City. We also were able to work with the private providers, and those are licensed daycare providers, so that they could kind of create a preschool program within their program.
What we were able to do for those child care providers is help connect them and give them some additional training, give them some materials for their home, not just trying to say we need the kids to all be in a formal preschool program, but also saying there's a lot we can do with the early learning environments that are already there.
He had helped fund training for private providers in this creative curriculum as well, so that the preschoolers would all be on the same page when they entered kindergarten.
Every 2 or 3 months, I suppose, I check in, and it's fun to watch the teachers interact with the kids and see the kids learning English and learning the alphabet and learning their numbers, and enthusiastic children that are pursuing an education.
The parents know that their children need this extra time to work on skills and to be more prepared for kindergarten. It's a program that is no cost to them. The transportation is taken care of, the food is taken care of, and their children are getting wonderful, wonderful educational experiences.
The parents have really enjoyed the program, and they've participated a lot with us because we send homework every day. And if we don't send homework, they're calling us, we didn't get homework. You need to send us homework. So we're always sending them some practice pages with what we're doing during the day.
For the Royal students, we're tracking their English and their Spanish. Because if they're strong in either one, then they're going to be okay. We can get them kind of on that trajectory for success. We talk about data. We talk about how we feel things are going. He always wants to know what else could be happening. He always wants to know what more could be done, what more could be happening. Our data this year is showing huge growth. We have children in some areas, such as oral language, who had we had 30% of the children coming in this year at what we would consider an age-appropriate level of oral language, and about 80% by the time we were finished were at what we would consider age-appropriate levels in oral language. But we track rhyming, we track alphabet knowledge, we track several different areas, and we're seeing huge growth in all of those areas.
I was really afraid it was going to take 12 years before we knew if we were doing any good.
Well, we went to the kindergarten, took all the kids to the kindergarten, and the principal, the teachers were very impressed of what the kids already knew, and they're going to make changes to their program to accommodate our kids.
And they know that they have more kids coming in this year at a higher academic level than they have had before. And so they're already starting to look at what does that mean for them with their curriculum, what does that mean for how they even get started at the beginning of the year.
We also were able to have our kinder teachers come down to the preschool and see what was actually being taught. So they now are understanding that these preschoolers will be coming in with many more skills than what they're used to seeing.
And then it will take them less time to get them to where they need to be in kinder, and then getting them ready for first grade.
We're also starting to really look at how is their preschool and early childhood now aligning with kindergarten, and how is their kindergarten aligning with preschool and early childhood. The majority of kids coming into Royal now, we're estimating about 90% of the children have had some type of what we would consider high quality early learning experience.
we kind of came up with an idea on how we could touch most of the children in the area.
What an absolutely tremendous opportunity he's provided for these kids, and how much better they are academically when they begin school. They're not going to begin school with a deficit.
The kindergarten teachers previously would complain that the kids didn't know their colors and didn't know numbers and letters, and I get to see them go in there and holding a pencil right and writing letters and writing their names and doing the alphabet, and I know we're accomplishing something in that area. I don't know that it's going to make a difference in the rest of their lives, but it seems to me it stands a good chance to.
What we've seen is a tremendous growth in their education, their skill levels. Our kindergarten teachers are so excited to know that these students are coming into first grade with the knowledge that they have.
I think just that it's an incredible opportunity. I really see the fact that kids are going into kindergarten seeing themselves as confident learners. I think that that's a big impact academically, but I think larger than that, I think it really has the capacity to change children's lives long term.
And studies have shown that kids who are on top stay on the top. The kids who are low, although they're learning, they stay on the bottom rung of the charts. So what we're trying to do is getting them ready so that they have all their skills ready for kindergarten and be on the top.
What's also really important is that kids are coming in with routines. They're coming in confident of themselves as learners, and they're really seeing themselves as learners, and they're more ready to enter kindergarten with just the confidence that they need to be successful.